$1,400 car payments, $8 lattes every morning, designer everything, charged to credit cards. I'm scrolling through social media and it's everywhere. People flexing their lifestyle like they've figured it all out. And all I can think is, how are they actually paying for this? But here's what nobody's talking about. While everyone's showing off what they spend, there's a group of people doing something completely different the moment their paycheck hits their account. I'm talking about millionaires. And before you roll your eyes thinking, of course they handle money differently, they're rich. Hold up. Most of them weren't born rich. They built it themselves, starting with what they did differently on payday. Ramsey Solutions studied 10,000 millionaires, the largest study of its kind ever done. And what they found wasn't complicated Wall Street strategies or secret investment hacks. It was shockingly simple paycheck habits that anyone making $35,000 or $120,000 could copy starting tomorrow. In this video, I'll show you the 4 paycheck habits millionaires use to build wealth 15 times faster than everyone else. Fair warning, this might make you uncomfortable because you'll realize how much money you've been leaving on the table. But by the end, you'll know exactly what to change about your next paycheck to build actual wealth instead of just looking wealthy. The fatal mistake everyone makes. Here's the brutal truth. Most people get paid, pay bills, buy stuff, and save whatever's left. Spend first, save what's left. The problem? There's never anything left. The average American saves only 6% of their income. When I was working retail during college, I watched this happen every week. Coworkers got paid Friday, bills cleared over the weekend, and by Wednesday, they were wondering where it all went. Every single paycheck. Millionaires looked at this pattern and said, that's completely backwards. Habit number 1, save first, spend what's left. Here's the system millionaires use. They save first, spend what's left. The moment their paycheck hits, before paying bills, before buying anything, they automatically move 20% straight into investments. Gone. It never touches their checking account. Then they live off the remaining 80%. But I can't afford to save 20%. I have bills to pay. That's exactly what every millionaire thought before they became a millionaire. Here's what actually happens when you automate 20% to investments. You adjust. Your brain figures it out. You cut that forgotten streaming service. You skip the $15 lunch. You don't upgrade your phone. All those necessary expenses, most of them weren't. The real math that changes everything. Let me show you why this matters more than almost anything else you'll do financially. You make $60,000 per year. That's $5,000 per month. Average person saves 6% equals $300 per month. After 30 years at 7% real returns, $367,000. Millionaires saves 20%, first equals $1,000 per month. After 30 years at 7% real returns, $1,223,000. Same income, same job, same time period, but $856,000 more wealth. The millionaire lives on $4,000 a month, while the average person lives on $4,700. A $700 difference in spending creates an $856,000 difference in wealth. The millionaire didn't get lucky or inherit money. They just paid their future self before their current self went shopping. Habit number 2, live on last year's income. Millionaires have another trick most people never consider. They live on last year's income. You made $60,000 last year. This year, you get a raise to $65,000. Most people immediately upgrade everything. Nicer apartment, better car, eating out more. This is lifestyle inflation, the silent killer of wealth building. Millionaires? They pretend the raise never happened. They keep living on $60,000 and invest the entire $5,000 raise automatically. According to Fidelity, over 70% of millionaires attribute their wealth to consistent investing and controlled lifestyle inflation. This is why some people making $120,000 are broke, while others making $75,000 build serious wealth. It's not what you make, it's what you do with increases. Same applies to bonuses. Christmas bonus, tax refund, all of it goes straight to investments. Here's the math on a $5,000 bonus. Invested at 7% real returns, that becomes $9,800 in 10 years, $19,300 in 20 years, or $38,000 in 30 years. That vacation you'll barely remember could fund an entire year of retirement. When I was doing dropshipping during college, I made $3,000 one month and almost upgraded everything. Thankfully, I didn't, because that business died 3 months later. Habit number 3, negotiate your salary. Every year. Here's where millionaires really separate themselves. They negotiate their salary every single year. Pay scale research shows most six-figure earners negotiate regularly. Meanwhile, 59% of workers just accept whatever they're offered. I don't want to seem greedy. They might get mad. I'm grateful to have a job. While you're being grateful, you're leaving hundreds of thousands, maybe millions, on the table. And here's why that matters. Raises compound. Start at $60,000 and negotiate up to $65,000 in year 1, and all future raises build on that higher number. Over a 40-year career, that one $5,000 negotiation results in $370,000 plus in additional earnings. Invest that difference. We're talking about $1.77 million more by retirement. One uncomfortable conversation made $1.77 million difference. Millionaires negotiate annually, document their wins, and use that data to justify increases. When they get that raise, they invest 100% of it and keep living on their previous income. The person who never negotiates and spends every raise, they work 40 years and retire broke. Habit number 4, automate everything. Notice the pattern? This isn't about being smarter or having more willpower. It's about having a system. Millionaires automate everything, 20% to investments automatically on payday. Raises invested automatically. Bonuses invested automatically. Salary negotiations scheduled annually. They remove emotions from the equation. They don't decide whether to save this month. They don't remember to invest their bonus. It just happens, automatically. This is why they build wealth 15 times faster than the average person. Not because they make 15 times more money, because they systemized wealth building. The average person tries to manually budget everything, relying on motivation and willpower. Millionaires set up their system once and never think about it again. It runs in the background, building wealth, while they focus on earning more. Working in architecture taught me this. You can't design a building by winging it every day. You need systems, templates, checklists, processes. Money works the same way. Wing it, and you'll stay broke. Systematize it, and wealth becomes inevitable. The real question you need to answer. Here's what it comes down to. Do you want to build wealth or look wealthy? The person driving a $70,000 BMW while making $65,000, they look wealthy, but they're broke. Paycheck to paycheck in a luxury vehicle, stressed about money, can't handle a $1,000 emergency. The person driving a 5-year-old Civic making $65,000 and investing $1,000 plus per month, they don't look wealthy at all. Their co-workers probably think they're struggling. But in 30 years, the BMW driver will still be broke, still making payments, still stressed. The Civic driver will have over $1 million in total freedom. Every dollar you spend impressing people you don't like is a dollar that can't compound into your freedom. Temporary dopamine today versus actual freedom tomorrow. Most people choose wrong because they can't see 30 years ahead. What 10,000 millionaires actually proved? Here's what the Ramsey study showed beyond any doubt. You don't need a fancy degree. Only 8% went to prestigious schools. You don't need an inheritance. 79% received 0. You don't need a 6-figure salary. Only 31% averaged over $100,000 during their careers. You just need these 4 habits. Save 20% first, automatically. Live on last year's income. Invest every raise. Negotiate your salary every single year. Automate everything so you can't fail. That's what separates millionaires from people who stay broke despite making decent money. Every paycheck you spend before investing, you're choosing the rat race forever. Every raise you upgrade your lifestyle with, you're choosing to work until you're 70. Every year you don't negotiate, you're leaving hundreds of thousands on the table. Your future self is counting on you to make better choices starting now. The bottom line. 10,000 millionaires didn't do anything magical or complicated. They treated their paycheck like a wealth-building tool, not a spending permission slip. They paid themselves first. They lived on last year's income while investing this year's increases. They negotiated like their retirement depended on it, because it does. They automated everything so they couldn't sabotage themselves. That's how you build wealth. Not by making more money, not by getting lucky with crypto or stocks, by systematically doing the right thing with your paycheck over and over until compound interest turns discipline into millions. Most people will forget this video by tomorrow. Your next paycheck hits in a few days. You're one decision away from living like a millionaire, not just looking like one. The choice is yours. Choose fast, because every paycheck you waste is gone forever. If this completely changed how you think about your paycheck, hit that like button and subscribe for more honest breakdowns on money and wealth building. And check out this video where I break down exactly how much you should be saving at every age. Because now that you know what millionaires do differently, you need to know if you're actually on track. I'll see you in the next one.